All right, everybody, today we are going out to learn about a new rule of composition called the Bug's Eye View that's going to help us take better, more interesting photos. Let's get to it. So, Bug's Eye View. I like to use Bug's Eye View for two different reasons. The first one is that almost everyone I know, with a few exceptions, is between about 5 and 6 feet tall, which means they already all see the world from about the same viewpoint, somewhere between 5 to 6 feet off the ground. So anytime I can show people a subject or a photograph taken from a different viewpoint, from a perspective that they are not used to looking at their subjects, I like to do that. And Bug's Eye View is one of the ways we do that, by getting the camera down really, really low to the ground. That allows us to show our subject in a different perspective in a way that people aren't used to seeing. The other reason why I like to use Bug's Eye View is because what it does is when we get that camera down really low to the ground, it also lowers the horizon down really low to the ground, and you'll see that in just a minute. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna take our subject and it's gonna put our subject up above the horizon, meaning they're really gonna stand out. They're gonna be larger than life. They're gonna have a ton of impact in the photograph. And we want that. When we want to really emphasize our subject and make it stand out and look awesome, Bug's Eye View is a great way to do that. So those are the two reasons why I use Bug's Eye View. Let's go see if we can actually find some cool things to take pictures of using this new rule of composition. I love the idea of this little short walkway that basically leads to nothing. And you can see if I took this from right here, that's not a terrible photo, but remember, we're trying to show things differently from a little bit different perspective, make things a little bit more unique. Watch what happens as I take this shot, lower that camera down, right down by the ground. Oh, I love that perspective right there. That's a really cool photograph. Love the blue sky, love the symmetry, I love the leading lines. Notice how I get that horizon down super low to the ground. I don't love that my shadow's in the photo, but nothing I can do about that for now. Here's another great example. I really like this little branch right here sticking out of the ground. I like the colors of it. You can see though, if I took it from here, which is the normal perspective, you can hardly even see it. You certainly can't tell that that's what I'm trying to take a picture of. But watch what happens as I drop this camera down low to the ground, as low as I can get it. I get that branch up above the horizon. I'm really making it stand out. I'm really giving it that feeling of that it's larger than life. I'm gonna go ahead and focus on that and take that shot right there. And I really like that photograph. Love the colors and everything in it. Here's another example. I like this rock right here in the water, but that's pretty boring to just take that picture like that. It's not that interesting, but watch what happens, again, as I bring this camera down super, super low to the ground. I'm really emphasizing that rock. I'm getting it up above the horizon, but not only that, now I'm really getting the ripples in the water, and they're a big part of the photograph there. So I'm gonna take that shot, and let's see how we can make that one look. With a little post-processing, see if we can't make that a little bit more interesting. But notice I'm still really paying attention to my lighting. I got my sun shining on my subject. I'm paying attention to my rule of thirds. I got the rock and the horizon on a rule of thirds spot. And both of those things are helping to make this a better photograph. Look at these leaves here in the shade. They're still cold enough that they still have frost on them. I love the look of the frost. It's that really cool perspective. I think that's actually a pretty cool photo like that. But watch what happens as I bring this down and around, turn this into a Bug's Eye View photo. Carefully pick my focus spot right there and take that shot right there. Very different look, very different feel to this shot, but I really like that cool angle. I like being able to see the other leaves in the background and the perspective that they give. Really nice shot. All right guys, here's just one last example of using Bug's Eye View to really make your subject appear larger than life. Look how by putting the camera down on the ground and pointing it up at me a little bit, notice I'm way above everything. The trees around me, the horizon, it makes me look super tall. It really gives this a feeling of impact and power and makes me look huge. And that's one of the reasons why we use Bug's Eye View, is if we want to really draw emphasis to our subject. You'll notice I've completely eliminated the background. There's nothing behind me except for blue sky, so I really stand out. I got nice lighting on my face. This is a cool shot right here, and one of the reasons why Bug's Eye View can be so awesome. All right, so there you go, guys. That's how we use Bug's Eye View to make our photos more interesting. I got to get the heck out of here. It is freezing cold out today, but hopefully that helped you, give you some ideas on how you can use Bug's Eye View to make your photographs more interesting. Good luck.